Picture this, guys, or I want you to imagine this scenario, and I want to use you who is watching this video as an example. You imagine you are earning $10,000 a month, right? But instead you are living as if you've got $20,000, or you are spending $20,000, but your salary is just $10,000 a month. Sounds great, right? But here's the kicker, guys. That $10,000 extra, it is all from loans. Now, that is exactly what was going on under Uhuru Kenyatta's administration. Uhuru's government was borrowing left, right, center. In the last just 4 months of his term, they took a whooping 105 Kenya shillings in billion in loans. That is billion, guys, with the letter B, my friends. Now, don't get me wrong. Some good things actually came out of it. We got the new roads, railways, all that shiny infrastructure. But the question is, at what cost? Here is where it now gets tricky, guys. All this borrowed money, it created this. Let's call it a falsehood comfort. We were living large, feeling good, subsidizing our food, but it was all built on borrowed money. And do you know, guys, what they say about borrowed money? Eventually, you're gonna pay for it. No matter how long it will take, you must pay for it. And the paying back, actually, it is very painful. Now here, guys, enter William Samuel Ruto. Now, Ruto is coming in like the guy who turns on the light at the end of a party. He's trying to show Kenyans the real situation, and let me tell you, guys, it isn't pretty. He is basically actually saying, my fellow Kenyans, we need to start living within our means. But here is the thing, guys. You see, always, human beings actually don't like that. It's like when your doctor tells you to cut back on that junk food. You know very well it is good for you and your health, but guy, because it is your favorite food or it is your delicious meal, you are being told to stop, you are not ready for it. Same thing actually applies to Kenyans. You see, guys, Kenyans have gotten used to this borrowed lifestyle, and they are not too keen on giving it up. Now, guys, Ruto's government actually isn't innocent either in all this. They've borrowed 1.2 trillion in just 2 years, and that's actually some serious cash. But at least they are trying to be upfront about our financial situation. Now, guys, let's talk about the new finance bill for a sec. You see, some of these proposals are well, right? Let's just say they are raising some eyebrows, right? They want to tax everyone. Imagine if you are 25 years old and above, whether you are employed or not, you have to pay. The government doesn't want to know where you're going to get that money from. You have to pay. I mean, come on, guys, you gotta be serious. How is an employed person supposed to pay taxes when actually they can barely even afford to eat? Feeding their stomach is a problem. How do you expect such a person to pay tax? I think that on this actually they've gone too far. And don't even get me started on this 20% tax on content creators. That is almost, guys, that is almost a quarter of their earnings. As a content creator myself, I can tell you, guys, that is a tough pill to swallow. If, for example, I'm earning 100,000, I have to say 20,000 has gone. And remember, you've not paid NHIF, you've not paid NSSF. It's not included in that 20%. But you have to pay 20%, and again, you have to pay NSSF and NHIF. They say almost like 50,000 will have to go to the government. That is insane. Now, about this protest we are seeing, I get it, guys. I do understand that people are angry. Personally, even me, I'm angry. But here is my take. This is my opinion. Guys, you see, we are going about this all in a wrong way. Instead of constructive dialogue about the finance bill, we've got people in the street with the signs actually insulting Ruto, Rachel Ruto. Look at this. Surely, is this how we can air out our grievances to the government and listen to us? Now tell me, what exactly or how is Rachel Ruto now coming into all this issue? She didn't actually write the finance bill. She wasn't around. Let's say the family. It has got nothing to do with all this. Ruto, as an individual, he is running this government as an individual, not as a family. So, including Rachel Ruto into this, I think it is lack of manners and lack of education. Let me call it like that, lack of education, because you cannot just write things like this and then you start parading them in the street. Are you kidding me? If we want real change, we need to focus on the issues. We need to be specific about what part of the bill we want to be revised or rejected as a whole. But guys, calling for Ruto to leave office, that is not addressing the real problem. You see, people don't actually understand what it means for a country without a leader. Imagine calling for Ruto to leave office, or saying Ruto must go. You are even inviting another problem bigger than the finance bill itself. Look, guys, I know this is a tough situation. We are facing the consequences of years of overspending and overborrowing. It's like waking up with a nasty hangover after a wild night out. It is not fun, guys, but we have to face it. This is the real face of Kenya now. Leave alone the falsehood. You are living under Uhuru Kenyatta. That's not good, the situation. This is our financial position. William Ruto has uncovered the real face of Kenya. But you see, obvious people don't like it. All over the street, hey, Ruto must go. But this is the real situation in Kenya now. It's time to face and living within our means. Very painful. But what should we do? What we need now, guys, is honest dialogue. We need to understand our financial position as a country. Yeah, it might be painful. Living within our means actually usually is. But it is necessary if we want a long-term economic stability. Whatever actually is happening right now, it will come to affect this country some years to come. So here is my challenge to you all, my fellow Kenyans. Let us change the conversation. Instead of just opposing everything, let us come up with a constructive solution. You see, let us engage in a meaningful dialogue about the specific policies we need them to be revised. Let us focus on building a sustainable economic future, not just for us, but for the generations to come. Remember, my good friends, remember that real change starts with us. It starts with understanding our situation and being willing to make tough choices for a better tomorrow. Now, my friends, I've got to address something serious here. This isn't the time for political games or throwing insult around. We are facing a real economic challenges that affect all of us regardless of our political affiliation. Whether you voted for Azimio, William Ruto, or whoever you voted for. The pain of the economy actually is inching all of us. You see? Now, it is my wish and prayer that we need to focus on solutions, not division. That is my wish as a Kenyan. And listen, guys, I heard about that police officer who actually injured his hands with a tear gas canister during the protest. And some people are calling it karma. But let me tell you guys, it is a very dangerous way of thinking. For real, this is not funny. Think about it for a second before you call it a karma, guys. Police officers, despite any issues we might be having with the system, remember, they are still fellow Kenyans doing their jobs. They are someone's father, mother, brother, sister. You see, guys, celebrating their harm, that's not who we are as Kenyans. Let me paint a picture for you guys. Imagine a Kenya without law enforcement. It might sound appealing for a second, but trust me, it is not. Look at what's happening in Haiti right now. Gangs running wild, people living in fear, no one to call when things actually go wrong. Is that really the Kenya we want? I don't think so. I guess not. Imagine, guys, you are sitting in your house with your wife, with your children. All of a sudden, people coming in, kidnapping you, they leave. You will not go, and where are you going to report? As a wife, you remain with your kids inside, your husband has been kidnapped. Or even all of you, two of you, you and your wife, kidnapped. Kids are there. Maybe kids are small, maybe 2 years, 1 year. They are left there, no one to take care of them. So right now, the orphans in Haiti, you can't even count. So tell me, guys, you are celebrating because of a police officer injured, or maybe for losing his hands. You are celebrating, saying karma. Do you think that police officer was there because he wanted? Let me remind you one thing, guys. Maybe you might have forgotten that we are all in this together. You see, whether you are a police officer, protesters, politicians, regular folks like you and I, we are all Kenyans. We all want what is the best for our country. Even if we disagree on how to get there, but let us work together. Disagreements actually are there for us to disagree, but let us not actually wish bad things for others because we disagree. You see, disagreeing on something is not an enmity. You can disagree with your brother, with your sister, with your father, but when you are in a house, you do talk. But why will you wish something bad to happen to your brother because you disagree? Disagreements are there for us to disagree, guys. Am I not making sense here? So here is my final word to you, my fellow Kenyans. Let us approach these challenges with empathy, wisdom, and willingness to listen to each other. Let us debate ideas, not insult people. Let us protest peacefully if, by the way, we must. Not that you must go and protest. If we must protest, then let us protest peacefully, but always with respect for the law and for each other. But insulting a leader, like the way this lady she has done, allow me to remind you guys one thing, that the Kenya of tomorrow is being shaped by our actions today. So let us make sure those actions reflect the best of who we are as a nation. Let me remind you once again, guys, the reputation of Kenya outside the country is very great. We are called or referred as the capital city of Africa. But if we continue like this, trust you me, that title is going to be taken away from us. Then we are going to be branded as the people of demonstration. We can't be having demonstration each and even something similar that we can have a dialogue demonstrations. My name is Peter Tosh Williams. This is LifeLeNS TV. Stay informed, stay engaged, above all, stay united, because together we can weather any storm. Peace out. This is LifeLeNS TV. Subscribe if you haven't already, kindly. And I'll see you guys in the next video, inshallah. Goodbye for now, and may the Almighty God keep you in peace.
Unlock the secrets of the world around you with Peter Tosh Williams' insightful explainer videos exclusively on LifeLeNS TV. Get ready to dive deep and gain profound understanding on a variety of fascinating topics. Subscribe now and expand your knowledge like never before.